can't give it to you. I'm sorry. And he's like, okay, well that sucks, but hey, do you maybe want to play Minecraft or something, or like do you want to you know want to talk about Sly? And at the time, I didn't have that many friends on YouTube, and I was just down to Skype with everybody who was like my age and were into like my things. It was like a little niche thing, and the dude's pretty cool. He's a cool guy. And eventually he starts talking about, oh, what the fuck? I can't believe I hit the end zone there. That was crazy. Eventually he starts talking about, hey, you know, I contacted you because I want to make new friends because these other people were bullying me, is what he said. They're really mean and you should stay away from them at all costs. So I have no idea who he's talking about, but he introduces me to a group of people called the IAS community, also known as the I'm a Speedrunner community. And I get an invite from the I'm a Speedrunner community at one point to play in a Spyro tournament. And this is like my fastest. I've never had 57. That's pretty crazy. It was a good start. And so he's like, you should stay away from these guys. And then so they invite me to I'm a Speedrunner 3, and I decline because speedrunning. Who wants to do that? And also he told me to stay away from these guys. Whatever. But half a year later, I'm getting kind of like, I'm getting the impression that he was just being extremely paranoid and just being like very, like he just took things to heart really easily and stuff. So once this group of people make I'm a Speedrunner 4, I decide, okay, I'm going to join this tournament. I'm going to join this tournament. I'll see how this community is. And frankly, the community was pretty edgy. I'll give them that. I'll give them that. But I wouldn't go as far as to say it was outright bullying. But it was pretty edgy, and they were making fun of each other a lot, and making videos about each other, and there was some drama and all this stuff. But, you know, I stuck around. I made some friends in I'm a Speedrunner. And one of them was Rabini. She's still my friend today. Finally met her for the first time at ASM, which was crazy. You know? Known about her since I was fucking 14. And now 28. We finally met at ASM. That was cool. So yeah, I make it to like the quarterfinals. I think I lose to Lapagne in Ratchet 1. And again, keep in mind, this tournament series were full of people who weren't really speedrunners. Like, there were very few speedrunners. There was just a bunch of Let's Players who were like kind of decent at the game, you know, like maybe not even that good at the game. Dude, 248. Okay, let's fucking get it. And so yeah, so we get to I'm a Speedrunner 5. This is a Crash Bandicoot tournament. I decided to join it. I like Crash Bandicoot. I joined the tournament, and there's this guy who absolutely wipes the floor with everybody. His name is Samurai Man. You probably know about him. You've probably heard about Samurai Man before. But the dude wipes the fucking floor with everybody. He was an actual speedrunner. He had been on SDA for like since like 2008. And he actually knew how to play Crash Bandicoot. And he knew how to play fast. And he wiped the floor. He beat everybody. So Samurai Man wins. But he looks at, you know, a bunch of people that are interested, who are more serious about speedrunning. So this was me and a guy called Crash41596, who was in my chat yesterday, who's not been in here for a while. Shouts to Crash. You know, he was kind of like, you know, hey, you guys are pretty good. You should check out Speedruns Live. I do speedruns over there, and there's races and all this stuff. So I tuned into Samurai Man's Twitch stream. I didn't know about Twitch at the time. I knew about Justin TV back in the day. I knew about Ustream because some Let's Players were experimenting with streaming on Ustream when that was first new. So, you know, I'm watching Samurai Man. He's doing Wind Waker any percent. That was like the first stream. He was doing like timer only, so I didn't know what splits were or anything at the time at all. So I watched Samurai Man, I check out Speedruns Live, and I realized, like, whoa, people are speedrunning all these weird fucking crazy games with, they got all these timers on. And so I start racing people on SRL and all kinds of games. I was obsessed with racing. Racing was like, I wasn't even doing attempts yet. I was just racing. And my game of choice at the time was Crash 2. So I just kept, you know, You know, I just kept racing Crash 2. It was kind of like, you know, I was just getting better and better. I kept racing Pete. I kept racing Rabini in Crash 2, and we just kept improving our times, and, you know, we just formed good friendships and all that stuff, and I met Sippy, and I met Buff Siegel, and I met a couple other people. I met Spudley Man. I met Saboom through, like, all this stuff, and the scene was just blossoming. And at some point, I started, like, you know, I like running Crash 2, but, you know, I want to try something new. Like, I see all these other people, they're trying to run all these games they played from their youth. Has anybody done Jak 3? I love Jak 3. Played it all the time as a kid. And so I set out on a quest to try and complete a Jak 3 any % run with, like, a vague route through the game. And it does not go so well. And then we basically get to where Era 2 is, which is that I try to find out, you know, where you can take the game, basically. I was trying to optimize Jak 3, and I needed Lapagne's help. So, started running Jak 3, and I took it seriously. And since then, man, I've just been picking up all kinds of games. And that's how I got started speedrunning. I started going to events because I was just sucked in, man. And, you know, I was 15 years old at the time. I started racing at 14, but by the time I was on SRL, I was 15. And Sippy convinces me to go to ESA and this stuff, and, you know, it just sounded so cool, and I met all these legends of the time. I met Frezzy Man, I met fucking Adam AK, you know, Joshimus. These guys were just, like, absolute legends, you know, in their own right at the time. I was just some little scrub. And here I am, you know, still going. Still doing it in 2025. Almost 2026, man. I've been doing it for almost 15 years. We're coming up to 15 years. In April 2026, it'll have been 15 years in the game. Yeah, man. I got banned in some people's chats because I was an annoying kid, too. Come on. Oh, I don't like that. I think I should be okay. Might just have to ledge grab this. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I mean, me, Toto, Zem, and IN. Yeah. It was like a 4-person fucking rivalry. You do it in any %, yeah. I think it's faster in all check marks as well, honestly. I don't think it's faster in AGB. It might be faster in ACM, actually. I don't know if it's faster in AGB, though. I don't think so. Hope you guys like that story, by the way. Yeah, that's definitely my favorite part of the whole thing, I think, Reek. It's just making genuine connections through speedrunning. I think that's the best thing that's happened to me, honestly. Oh, that's so sad. How did that not work? The fun story. I think it's a very different story than, like, what most people hear. I think a lot of people will just be like, "Oh yeah, I watched Siglemic do it, you know, in 2014, and I got inspired and I wanted to try it too." Or something, you know, like, that's usually what you hear. I don't know how the fuck that one worked, but, you know, take the freebie, bro. How was I in high school? In gymnasia, I was very introverted, yeah. Very, very much so. That's easily gonna make it. I've been reading into that. You gotta be an annoying kid, otherwise you're gonna be an annoying adult. I don't think I get it. I'm gonna be honest. Dude, come on. Why is the camera not going below? What did you do in high school? Slack off and smoke weed. For the most part. Yeah, they knew. Yeah, a lot of my classmates knew I streamed and stuff, but they didn't really like care about me, so they didn't like try to look at my channel or anything. In all honesty, Emmy, I really did not do much. I had a, you know, film media course I did, which taught me a little bit, which was pretty nice. But in general, like, I just wanted to get out of school as quickly as I could. I really do not envy being back there, you know? Like, I'm glad I'm done. I was subject to a lot of pain back then. Not the fastest, but I mean, I'll be honest, Armin, I was bad at everything because I barely did my homework. But if I actually read and stuff, obviously English was my strength. Like my English was, I was better than the teacher, you know? It's like, we're at that point. But I never got good grades because your grades are usually not about how good you are at something, it's about how much effort you put into it, and I put in no effort. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this is my last run of today, Sag, then I'll swap to Ridge Racer. Yeah, I was horrible at math as well. I failed math miserably. Hope you're well, Sag. Ridge Racer Type 4. Alright, I'm gonna kill this guy, because that guy actually just fucks me up, dude. If you guys like good music and video games, stick around for Ridge Racer. I'll take that, Hoban. That's not even that bad. I've not really had a good one since coming back. It's been pretty miserable, I can't lie. Ooh. Well, I reset my Hoban split because of Orxon, but yeah. Alright, I'm gonna try and see if I can PB here, because it'd be cool if that story made it into the PB, you know? Don't you guys think so? It'd be cool if that little story I told could make it into my PB. Hello, Ratchet. Oh, what the fuck? Just ate my speed. I mean, if I had stories, I would definitely tell them a bit more. Oh my god, Oyrix, that's fucking sick. You do that for work? Or is that just like a you know, little side thing? I think I'm gonna side flip left 2 times, because it looked a little off. I'm actually shocked that worked. Dude, those fucking crates. I was stuck on them. Ah, for Hildo. That was a really bad Oatlantis. And I got a boost. No boost. On old tennis. Rip. Me too, Sag. That's why I'm still playing it. Like I played Ridge Racer for the first time during that that race, and then I burned a disc. You want to know what's funny, Unite? Here's the story of my first job. Thanks for listening. Oh my god. Yeah, I've never had a job in my life. This has been my job. I put all of my eggs in this. I delivered newspaper when I was, like, younger, but I wouldn't really... That's not really a job. You know? Really good. Good thing at the end there. I actually didn't lose that much time from that. Being a mailman counts IMO. Yeah, but I did it like every week for like 3 hours. I wouldn't really say that. No, actually, I delivered food for like a month or two. It was pretty miserable. I drove I did food delivery on my bike with Wolt. That is the worst spot to have a fucking side flip, bro. Like, how much time loss is that? I think I just lost like 20 seconds from that. Oh my god, that's so wholesome, Zik. What the fuck? Santa's elf? Alright, I'm gonna... Okay, I just pulled out the fucking Agents of Doom. Alright, guys, I'm gonna lock in. Spam Brazil flags. Brazil, okay? Brazil, 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 Brazil. Let's get this fucking Brazilian chain, bro. I'm gonna do that real quick to ensure that I get this fucking shit. Oh, dude, I don't remember if I hit the direct button. I probably did. It's gonna be tight. It's so bad. Oh, this is tight, guys. This is really close. Oh my god. Oh, it's fucking close. If I can get in... No! Oh, maybe! Oh, I missed the ground pound! Oh, I missed the ground pound! I might have been 49. Oh, I don't know, dude. I have to retime it. I have to retime it, dude. Oh, that's so funny, dude. I think I PB'd, though. Maybe. Oh. Oh, it has to be 49, dude. I surely didn't lose more than a second there. GG, guys. I think I PB'd. I think it's a 49. The only way for me to check... Like... I hate doing this because... Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's a PB. I have to end the recording right now because it's the only way I can pull it up. So if you're watching on YouTube, like, I have to stop the recording. Like, it's the only way we'll know, you know? So, thank you all for watching on YouTube. If it's a PB, it's a PB. But I need to stop the recording to retime this shit real quick. So, give me a minute here.